Drone Nationals back in 2015. Since then, over 30 different countries around the world have now been hosting their own Drone Nationals to qualify pilots to the World Championships of Drone Racing in Hawaii. Since then, we've seen this sport grow through leaps and bounds, and this afternoon, for the first time ever, presented on ESPN3. The man who had the vision we make welcome to say some words to you right now is our chairman of the Drone Sports Association. Please make welcome, if you could, Mr. Scott Resland.
Thank you very much for everybody coming out. This has been an epic journey. I want to give special kudos to every one of you pilots here, because I know that you guys worked extremely hard to get here. You had to compete against hundreds of people all in your local areas, around 14 different areas across the nation to get here. We've made a first in the history of the world of drone racing, because you had to qualify to get in, where everybody else still has to pay. So if the audience would give a really huge round of applause for our pilots for getting here. Secondly, I wanted to thank you as the audience for coming out. I know this is the very first time that we've started looking at how drone racing would look like to you, the fans. And so we're at a brand new era in sports, and the drone racing is one of the fastest growing sports in the world at the moment. And we really appreciate you all really looking at us, and if you got any suggestions for us, let us know, because we're really all about you guys, and this is why we're all here. We want to also thank you, all of our sponsors. We have, obviously this is presented by GoPro, and we have AIG, Ernst & Young, and Immersion RC, EMC Code, Livestream, and Lumineer. Thank you very much for making this all happen. Okay, so we have a really special thing here. So I'm going to let Scully introduce like the full things here, but I've asked my dad, who's 85 years old, who's my grandfather was an immigrant from Norway in 1917, and so we're extremely proud to be here tonight, or today, and I'm going to ask him to hold the flag for us while we have the national anthem being sung.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we bring to our stage center a very special guest here this afternoon, a lady is over 230 years of age. Folks, please make welcome Old Glory. You see, she was born way back July 4th, 1776. As they say in the Western country, she was bred right. Her mother, the Declaration of Independence, and her father, the Bill of Rights. She's a lot of things to a lot of people, but most importantly, she's America to you and me, and an independent breed of man known as a drone racing pilot. She brings you the Statue of Liberty and the Brooklyn Bridge, a World Series baseball game, and over 300,000 churches strong where her people go to worship. She's the roar of a jam-packed stadium. She's a hushed voice of a choir in a cathedral on an early Sunday morning. She's even a bunch of small children playing cowboys and Indians. But here, this afternoon, with you, the great fans of drone racing, we ask you, what do the colors mean to you? The colors that'll never run, that won't go quietly into the night. She can represent your very own, the policemen and firemen of New York who lost their lives just doing their jobs. But they showed us, and they showed the world, what Americans have can't be put in any bottle, and it won't be sold in any store. It's perhaps, just perhaps, that man who picks up his cellular telephone and calls his wife and tells her to tell our baby that we will love her each and every day of her life. And as he and those brave individuals brought that plane down to the fields of Pennsylvania, they chose freedom instead of fear. The price of freedom has never been free, and it's by God's grace that we live in a place where even dreamers can make dreams come true, and that's why we love our red, white, and blue. Her name is Old Glory, 260 years strong, and we want to know who among you is proud to be American at the U.S. Drone Nationals. Now, to lead us in the #1 song in our nation's playlist is a former member of the New York Police Department, a member of the New York Tenors. You've seen him at the New York Yankees stadiums and also recently now at the Garden. He is the tenor. He is Mr. New York himself. To lead us in our American National Anthem, this is Danny Rodriguez.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Proud to be American on a championship Saturday afternoon. Who among you is ready for drone racing?